Hey everybody, I hope you're all not losing your mind and everybody's well and everything's copacetic. I know for some of you that will not entirely be the case, and that's okay. So what I want to talk about in this quick video is essentially what's going to happen as long as we're remote learning. Now, we're supposed to be back May 4th. Sure. But so let's say that doesn't happen. We need to start to establish some good practices so that if it doesn't happen, you're still going to get some learning done. So the government's made it pretty clear we're going to focus on really just the essential stuff, and there's going to be a lot of leeway here. So if you're having trouble keeping up, you don't understand something, just let me know, okay? Because we're all kind of in the same boat. I got to squeeze all my work in when my kids aren't dangling off my arms, and I got to do their schooling too, do their literacy and their numeracy for grade 1 in kindergarten. So we're all kind of there, all right? So what I want to go through now is kind of how we're going to proceed through this so that you have time to kind of read it over, let it soak in before our sort of first couple of days go, all right? So I'm going to plop it right up here, and we'll start with the first one, which is, of course, relax. Okay, because of something related to what's going on right now, if that's holding you up doing an assignment, holding you up doing some work, slowing you down, just relax, right? We're not going to hang that over your head. We're going to find a solution provided you communicate with me, right? I don't know what's going on in 90 homes of my students, so you got to let me know. Okay, so let's then sort of really talk about the meat and bones in this video. I don't want it to be too long, so let's get on with it. Number 2, right? I cannot emphasize this enough. You gotta communicate, because I'm not there in the room with you. Okay, so the correspondence, you are responsible now. The government has made it clear. School will move forward. There will be grades. So far, that's the message they have sent. So you need to do the work. You need to stay on top of it. If I assign something for, I'll talk about those when I get to them. So what you have to do is make sure that you read everything you're sent. Okay, so this means every day, minimum, from Monday to Friday, regular school days, you have to check our Google Classroom. That's what we're going to use, because that's what we've already been using. You need to check what's next on the syllabus. You need to check our calendar. And if I've sent an email, you have to check your email to make sure I haven't sent an email. If I had, you have to read it all the way through, maybe more than once if you're a slower reader, because I can't say things 90 times to every student and then say it another 5 more times to a few students. I can send it once, and you got to hear it. Okay, so that's really important, because what little time some of your parents have or you have during the day because of what's happening, I have very little as well. So really my main role here remotely is going to be to help those students that need help and have questions. And to facilitate that, I can't really, it's not to be cruel, I don't have time to repeat myself 90 times because you're not all in the room with me at once, right? So you got to read it all. The next thing is pacing. So I'm going to help you pace. I was like in school for 18 years and then a teacher for 20. So I have a good idea at what pace you should be doing stuff. And it will be less, maybe 3 hours a week total is sort of what the government said we should aim for. And you're not going to be at a table with your friends distracting you. So, it probably won't take you that long to get through some of the stuff. So what I'm going to do, as you can see, 3A, I'm going to put on our calendar what you probably want to do today or over the next couple of days, right? And you don't have to do it during our period. You don't even have to do it at daytime. And you don't actually have to do it on that day. I'm not that fussy about that. But you should have it done that week. And when we eventually start to mark things, like assignments, same thing. I will give you a window of time you should be doing this in. So I might say start Wednesday to Friday, you should do this assignment, and it won't take you 3 days of work. But in that time, do the assignment. By the end of the window, you should be done. That gives you lots of flexibility to work around that window. And in reality, what I give for this week, if it's done by the end of that week, then you're fine, right? So we're going to roll with our syllabus. Lessons, video lessons I'm going to do, video take-ups if necessary, and the files are already there. Some of them we may not use. So I'll tell you which in the lessons on the calendar. I'll use which ones we're actually going to do. If it looks like I've skipped over one, I'm actually going to use strike through font to make it clear we're probably not going to do that one. And I'll probably tell you in the lesson too. Right? So if I don't say on our Google Calendar, which is linked on our syllabus, it's also in our Google Classroom. If I don't say do it, then don't do it. Okay. Attendance. So far, we've been given no actual way that they want us to do attendance. They're working on that, but it doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It will. What they've told us is if you're not working through the material, it's very like e-learning. If you've done an e-learning course, if you're not working through the material, then I'm contacting home. So if what I gave for the week, if it's not mostly done by the end of the week, there'll be a message home. And then if that doesn't do anything, then we're supposed to contact the principal. So you do have to try and stay on task, right? This is holidays over. They've said they want school now to progress, starting on whatever date is the 6th, right? April 6th. So the way I'm going to do it is there's going to be some reflection on some of the activities, a couple a week. And then eventually when there's assignments, I'll know if you've done the assignment or not, because I'm going to share those with you just as we have done all semester. Okay. Here's the thing that's really going to facilitate your learning and help you out, or either not. So because I need to track and help 90 students in 90 different locations, here's the way I want you to ask for help. One, don't take this as I don't want you to ask for help. I do. I want you to actually ask for help all the time if you need it. But in certain ways that allow me to help as many people with as many questions as I can. In other words, not repeating myself. So if I've sent information in an email or a Google Classroom post and you ask me something that's in there, I'm not going to answer again. I'm going to say, go read this. Okay? So that correspondence, you're responsible for reading it very carefully or listening to the videos very carefully. I would make notes whenever there's a video. Otherwise, you got to go back through the video and try and find that important thing that you remember hearing. Right? Okay, so there's 3 types of questions. One, you got a personal question. It only relates to you. So an example I got up there is, hey, Mr. Bolton, why did I lose my mark on this assignment? That's fine. Email me those. Obviously, they only relate to you. Okay? Next type of question. General questions that anyone could have in the class. Right? So when's this due? How many pages long should it be? The people who missed this quiz will get a chance to redo it. Those things. Those general questions, check Google Classroom. There's a frequently asked question file, right? If it's not in there, then email me the question. Or twice a week, I'm going to run a live Google Meet session for quick discussion, right? Because sometimes it's faster just to ask a question, get your answer in person, right? And video instead of writing 100,000 emails back and forth. So if you want to do that, that's an option too. But general questions, first check if it's already been answered. And if not, then you can send me an email or wait and show up at one of those live sessions. When they're happening, they'll be on the calendar, but they'll probably be Tuesday and Thursday. Okay, probably at 11 and 2 o'clock. But they'll be on the calendar in case something comes up on my end and I got to change the time. The third type of question is essentially something specific in a file or activity you're working on. So only you might have that question at that moment. In that case, again, you could join a live session if it's handy. If not, here's what you do. You insert, so on the Google menu, please do your work in a Google file. In the Google file on the menu, it says insert. I'll even show you. Take a look up there. So let's throw up our menu. If I'm working here and I don't understand, I don't know how to change the font, Mr. Bolton. How do I do that? You would go insert, comment. There's a shortcut depending on what computer you're using, like a PC or a Mac. You would just insert this comment, type your question, what the blah, 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 and then you would comment on it. And then here's the important part. I won't see that unless you share it with me. So share it with my name, all right, boltonj@hdsb.ca, and make sure when you share that I can edit. Because if I can edit, see here, if I just typed in my name here, it would only allow me to see this. You have to make sure I can edit so that I can change it, show you the right way, or add a comment or whatever. Okay, that's important. And you will hear my family in the background regularly. You might even see them sometimes. Okay, these sessions, I just mentioned them. So if any of those things don't work, try a live session. And if you need to send an email, so it's a personal question, or you just can't find the answer in the frequently asked questions, or like it's days away until one of these live sessions, fine, send me an email. Here's the thing though. Some of my e-learning students will go, oh, I don't know how to do this, and boom, firing off an email. And then 5 minutes later, oh, I don't know how to do this either, and boom, and they fire off another email. Oh my God, you'll kill me. Please don't do that. Start your list, start your email, and then when you feel you're done your work for this class for the day, send the email with 5 questions in it. Much easier for me to handle the volume of emails that'll be coming in, and I'm much more likely then to respond quickly, right, with good answers that sort of encompass everything you're stuck on. Make sense? The last one, submitting work. So essentially, otherwise, anything that's not in this video means it's going to be the same. So anything I want to see, I will share it with you, and I'll have you do the work in that file. Don't make a copy, right? And due dates will be on the calendar. Again, they won't be a due date. There'll be a do this during this period of time, please. Contact me if that doesn't work for you. That's what's going to happen. Okay, so if you have any questions on this, check the frequently asked questions. And if you don't see it, send me an email or wait till Tuesday. We'll have a little help session. Okay? Good luck. Relax. Don't panic. If you haven't done anything over the last 2 weeks that I posted, you might want to start that. And if you didn't do the assignment on the country thing or whatever that was due before, you probably should start that. Okay? Good luck. We'll be seeing you. Again, if you're freaking out, let me know. Okay? We'll see ya.